We are live. How's everybody doing? My name is Alan Roberts. Some people call me Angry Bald Man. Some people call me Every Damn Day Fitness because I used to run a business named Every Damn Day Fitness. Some people call me that just motherfucker. I'm also known as the MFing COO, which is where you can find me at find me on X, Twitter, whatever you want to fucking call it, and on Instagram. Please do. Please do check me out there. Today, we're going to talk about a review of Is Being Fat a Choice? Fit Men versus Fat Men for Middle Ground by Jubilee. I have a few statements to make about this first. First of all, Jubilee, why don't you want to have me on? Because when it comes to the weight loss thing, I'm him. And we all know it. So stop fucking around. Secondly, the panel is made up of some sloppy fat dudes on one side, and Myron from Fresh and Fit podcast, a super fucking jack pro bodybuilder, I guess, some dude I've never heard of, and Greg Doucette. For those of you that are wondering, Greg Doucette and I have made plenty of videos about Greg Doucette in the past, before 2020, and even a little after 2020. I didn't have very nice things to say about him. I'm not saying we're going to hold hands and sing Kumbaya. I am saying that I am very impressed with Greg's recent content, and I'm also very impressed with how he stood up for what was right when it came to the entire COVID bullshit. So 2020 changed everything for me. It changed the people that I associate with to a pretty substantial degree, and it changed my outlook on a lot of people also. And it changed my outlook on a lot of people in the fitness industry, and he is definitely one of them. So, for the record, while I don't agree with everything he says, I don't even agree with everything Mark says. I don't even agree with everything I said 5 or 6 years ago, because you evolve and learn, right? But I am very impressed with him. We would like to have Greg Doucette on Evening Rants, by the way. So hit him up. But I just wanted to say that, for the record, that if you tuned in to see me rip him a new asshole or something like that, like days of old, this is not going to be the video for you. I found his points to be very astute, very well put, and a lot of what he talks about obesity and stuff like that, I'm very impressed with with how well it's thought out. So, and that normally doesn't happen because he came from a powerlifting, pro bodybuilding world. And then now talks a lot about obesity and health, and I'm very impressed with it. And I just wanted to say that for the record, right? Now, you're not the only one that hears what? I'm not sure. Well, hang on. Don't get me wrong. I still think the Natty or Not videos are stupid as fuck. I think the Natty or Not videos are more stupid for the people that like to watch them than the people that make them, though. The people that make them, they're just trying to fucking they're trying to fucking get views. That's what the fuck we do, right? The people that watch them, like, if you give that much of a fuck about whether you think some other dude's fucking natural or not, you've got problems. Like, fucking get there faster. Jesus Christ. How about this? Just assume everybody you see, just assume everybody uses, and then you won't be let down by people, because people are like, but they might not disclose what they do, and that might give me a false sense of what could possibly be accomplished. And they fucking sound like that. That in my head, whenever I hear fucking somebody talk, that's what they fucking sound like, you know? So here we go. Let's get this fucking going, because it's long. I'm gonna play this at 1.5 speed. And by the way, Jubilee, get this out of the way too. I am going to play you at 1.5 speed. I'm going to make sure that it's altered, and I'm going to stop often. I often stop a video so much that people say I stop too much. But if you would try to copyright strike me, you're going to have to take me to court, and I'm going to countersue you, and I would look forward to the money, because this is fair use. So here we go.
I have felt disgusted looking at a fat body. Can our agreeers please step forward? Whoever feels compelled to start us off.
I would agree.
Well, it's unacceptable to be fat.
Okay, that's a great start.
It is. It's unacceptable to be fat. In today's world, it's unacceptable to be fat. How can it be acceptable? If you didn't overuse resources to get to be fat, and then overuse resources when you were fat, I wouldn't give a fuck. Do you. You want to fucking shorten your life? Feel fucking free. I feel bad for you. I feel empathy because I would like to help you out, not to make yourself, die young and shit. But if it didn't impact public health, if it didn't impact the resources used in the healthcare industry, if it didn't impact insurance costs, taxes, the price of food, the amount of waste put into the environment, I wouldn't give a fuck. You do you. Feel free. I still think that if people want to be left alone about it, uncouple all that shit. You pay for your fucking own health care out of your own fucking pocket 100% for anything dealing with any lifestyle-driven illness. I'll gladly do the fucking same. Gladly. I will gladly do the fucking same. But I don't see why I should have to fucking help support your bad habits by in any way propping them up with my tax dollars or my insurance premiums, or that you should be able to disproportionately use all sorts of resources which then fuck up the planet as well as your life. Fuck that. It is unacceptable to be morbidly obese in our world today. 4 years ago, we locked the fucking world down because our level of public health was so bad and we had so many immunocompromised people. And obesity was the number one warning sign besides age. And we did nothing about it. We got fatter, as a matter of fact. It's unacceptable. It should be seen as unfucking acceptable. So I agree with Myron.
I mean, I know you say that, but it's one of those things where, do you know why you're saying that?
Yes, because I've been fat before.
And the model guy, fuck you, dude. He's nothing. He does in this whole video. It's nothing but whataboutisms and my fifis. You fucking pussy ass bitch. Go to the goddamn gym. Your arms look like fucking spaghetti. Not you, Myron.
Well, me too. I've been fat my whole life. I've been way skinnier than I am now, and I've been way
No, you haven't. No, you haven't.
heavier than I am now. Was I less valuable at one point in there?
Yep. And you thought so too when you were fatter. You thought you were less valuable when you were fatter. You may not realize it, but you, in fact, thought you were less valuable because you didn't treat yourself like you had value. If you treated yourself like you had value, you wouldn't have gotten yourself fat as fuck. You treated the food that you liked with value, more value than your health. So you thought you were less valuable. Why shouldn't society?
Well, I mean, you can make an argument that you're less valuable when you're fatter because you drain resources, but that's a whole other conversation. But yeah, I mean, in
It's the conversation. The conversation.
general, being fat is unacceptable because you control every single morsel of food that goes into your mouth.
Okay.
It shows a lack of discipline. It shows a lack of character. It shows a lack of temperance. And when you're fat, it's an outward manifestation of your inadequacies.
When I see somebody
Damn.
who's 500 or 600 pounds, all I can think of is, why do they care so little about their health that they can do this, allow themselves to gain that much weight, knowing it's taken 20, 30, 40 years off their life? I just can't imagine not wanting to live that badly.
I understand that. No, it's I've definitely felt disgusted looking at my own body and looking at other fat bodies in my life.
You should.
A lot of the disgust I felt looking at people was me feeling disgusted with myself and then projecting
So reality.
that feeling onto other people. And
Yeah. Like that was your critical thinking and logic working. I know that you want to shove that way down because then you have to take accountability for being a fat fuck, but that was your critical thinking and logic working that you then ignored.
I don't think anyone on either side will disagree that health is important. I know that my own mental health.
Oh, here we go. My mental health is also important. Well, you can't be mentally healthy and fat as fuck. You just can't. You cannot consider somebody that is fat as fuck, that is remaining fat as fuck, that is using a bunch of fucking excuses to talk about how being fat as fuck is just fine. You're not mentally healthy now, bitch.
Was way worse when I was spending every decade of my life trying to get smaller and trying to be thinner.
I don't think there's anyone that can look at somebody 500, 600, 700 pounds and not think, wow, what have they done? And not be disgusted. Like, how can you not? I just can't understand.
You can't
nobody
assume that everyone has the same opinion, though, because unfortunately, some people have emotional stuff that happened, traumatic stuff that's happened, so you can't just.
Oh, your fifis. Oh, no. Did you have a emotional stuff that happened? Because nobody else besides fat people apparently had emotional stuff happen, huh? What other excuses you got, fat ass?
Count and just say,
Boo-hoo,
because
man.
they're fat.
Boo-hoo, man. Like, there's
Yep.
way worse stuff going out in the world. Versus people saying, oh my God, I'm sad, I'm gonna eat some ice cream. It's like, no, dude, it's like, you're fat, you made that decision, you live in the best country ever. If you live in a civilized, first world country where you have electricity, internet power, etc., you deserve to be bullied. It's ridiculous to me that we have all these fat people running around, meanwhile people are being bombed in Gaza. It's ridiculous. We are so privileged here in the United States and in the West in general. When I see a fat person, I'm like, wow, you got the gift of life, you got the gift of being in a developed country, and you're a fat POS talking about body positivity on TikTok? What the hell is
But
going
now
on
you're
here?
segmenting though, because not everyone thinks like that.
No, we need to bring shaming back.
Okay.
We need to bring shaming back in so many other regards besides obesity. We need to do it with
Yes, we do. We need to bring shaming back. We need to bring shaming back. The absence of shame is why this conversation is even being had. Because look at sloppy fat fuck over here with the dreads. Just fucking pouring out. Like, just fucking sitting, like, the visceral fat for both these dudes. It is, to be an adult male and be both weak and fat is especially unacceptable. Especially unacceptable.
sluts, we need to shame fat people, we need to shame everybody. Because shame has been one of the strongest defenses against degeneracy and human fuck-ups.
You had a personal experience you wanted to share. You said you used to be overweight. Now you're
Oh
not.
yeah, so I did an experiment back in like 2015.
Okay, we're
When
gonna.
it got done, it wasn't my
That helped him lose 150, 200 pounds. He's gained it back. And I don't look at him and say, I'm disgusted, but I know how bad he wants it. And just seeing how hard he tries and then reverts, it's almost more tough for me than to be like, oh, that's disgusting, you know? And I think there's plenty of people that look at me and say, that's disgusting. I never want to look like that. So like, I know what it feels like on the other side to like look the way I do and get people look at me like, ugh, that's gross to like have that muscle. And then to go back to that point, like you came from a fit place and like deciding to bulk, like that's a conscientious decision to gain weight. Like you are.
We're going
I
to
agree.
address this, right? You are passing judgment on people who lack the tools to do what it is that they need to do to get themselves to a certain point of health. There are
Yeah, I am. I absolutely am. So, you don't have a fucking phone? You don't have a smartphone? Like, you aren't capable of fucking looking shit up and figuring out the fucking tools? For fuck's sake. There's people like me, Greg, Mark, all sorts of fucking people. What the fuck are you talking about? You lack the tools. You lack the ability to say no to yourself. You are weak. You are exactly what they fucking said.
multitudes of factors that weighs into what goes on with somebody's body. There are people that even if they work out, losing the weight does not come as simple as just going to the gym, cutting calories, watching everything that you eat. There are some
Yeah, it does for everybody. If you eat less calories than you use, you will lose weight 100% of the time. 100% of the time.
some people that have a disposition. I have a disposition, but
No, you don't. You're just fat as fuck. You have no disposition. Your disposition is ho-hos. Your disposition is donuts. That's your disposition. Your disposition is cake. Your disposition is you are a lazy fat fuck. That is your disposition.
does that mean that I'm not active? Does that mean that I'm not doing
Yep.
certain things? No, it doesn't. But you're passing judgment.
You are not active. You know how I can tell you're not active? You sound like you're breathing soup right fucking now. You expect me to believe you're active when you're wheezing, fucking sitting?
on somebody's body that you know nothing about. Now, on the flip side, what
I will comment on anything I fucking want to, including your fat assness.
if I turned around and I did the same thing to you? You're talking about how fit and stuff that you are, but you're over there and you're small compared to these other guys. So how does that feel if someone comes? No, because you said
I know,
shame,
but
right?
that's a little-
You said shame, right?
Yeah.
So how does that feel if someone comes up and they start shaming you for size? Like, come on, it goes both ways.
We're just in the first
So-
round.
Yeah, it does. And I'm sure that it got him to work out harder. And it's not shame. If you're smaller than another dude, you're smaller than another dude. Reality exists. What if I shamed you? What if you shamed you? Oh, that's like always their fucking answer. Say what the fuck you want. Your words don't hurt me. Me calling you the sloppy fat fuck you clearly are hurt the fuck out of you because you a pussy. You're a pussy that can't say no to yourself about food. Reality exists.
We got to be
Here's the
careful
thing.
about targeting each other too directly. You
No, I mean,
definitely-
I'm not offended. It's fine. He's
No, it
emotional,
goes
and that's
in
fine.
every direction.
He's obviously very triggered. But
I'm
yeah,
not
so let's hit the first part. Tools. What are the tools? The tools are simply knowledge, which you can get for free on the internet. If you have the ability and the discipline to go out there and get the knowledge,
Yep.
then you're going to lose weight. It's just that simple.
I'll-
It's just that people want to always make excuses for why. Oh, my feelings. Oh, I don't know. You don't know what people are going through. Blah blah blah. No.
Damn, he sounded a lot like me just right there.
You can watch your calories. You can go to the gym.
How old is Myron? Like, he's from Miami, and I did, when I was in my mid-20s, go to a rave there. And he's not my kid.
You have time to do it. People just like to make excuses.
I don't think anyone's debating that weight loss is impossible here. I think the question is, why do you hate fat people, that you feel the disgust towards it?
I don't hate you. You hate you. I don't hate you. You hate you. I don't like how you fucking disproportionately burden all of society with your fucking selfish actions. But you hate you.
Well, like I said before, it's a culmination of a bunch of bad decisions.
And notice how he got it to the point where, like, it's not where they just don't like it. Hate. Like, why do you hate this person? What you should examine why you have such hate in your heart. Like, well, how about this? You are a selfish ass burden on society. Fuck off.
I'm not going to go ahead and give the same level of respect to someone who's a fat ass to someone that has worked really hard and diligently on their physique, because your body's outward manifestations
There's more
are decisions,
factors to a
your
human
consistency.
being than their body.
Well,
Yes, there is. But it is like how, like, this shows habits. This shows what you are dedicated to. This shows how you treat yourself. This shows if you love yourself or not.
you can judge a lot just off of someone's physique. You'd be like, okay, well, this guy is lazy, and that's personified through their physique. It's the truth.
Abe, I saw you.
I mean, just to take it back to the prompt, I think we just kind of went all over the place there.
We're still focusing on the word disgust.
Just the word disgust. I mean, I would never look at someone and show disgust towards them. I mean, I think
That's you. I'm better than that. No, you're not.
I would respect, like you said. I mean, you don't respect everyone, like you said, but I think
Respect is earned.
I mean, it is earned, but I mean, I think at a humane level, we can learn to appreciate each other's differences.
No. You don't need to appreciate somebody's differences. You just need to allow them to have them. And respect is earned.
I don't know if like disgust would be the right word, right?
I know.
Greg mentioned some health implications with being overweight or obese.
Yeah.
I think being concerned might be a better.
That's the word I was
a
going
better
for.
word.
Like,
But
I can show concern for someone for the way that they are, but I would never look at someone and say, like, you're disgusting.
But is it any different than if you see somebody who's extremely anorexic, they're 50 pounds, you look at them, you're in shock. Oh my God, like something happens in your body you can't control. You can't stop that. Like, how can you not? I don't know.
Okay, next topic.
There's still work to be done, but here's the thing, like I said before, unfortunately, human beings judge a book by its cover, just the world that we live in. Fat people that, identify as 97 genders, whatever, they expect us to change our worldview for them, and that's just not how the world works. Like, it's been that way, it's always going to be that way.
That's what I don't get.
It's just the world that we're in, like, people are going to,
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, my bad.
Now let's reset. Jacked men are more attractive than fat men. Will the agreeers please step forward?
So everybody in the comments section, answer their question. Okay? Everybody in the comments section, answer their question. But, it's an opinion, but I'm telling you, we all know the answer to this one.
How come there's 4 guys over there? All right, so we're living in a bizarre world where people don't see the truth. Like, how is it possible that they're thinking, no, being obese and unhealthy is more attractive than being fit and healthy? How is this possible?
Actually, know what? This is precisely why a majority of women find the majority of men as unattractive. Because a lot of guys think this way, oh, I just be a nice guy and girls are going to like me. No, they're not. She's not going to suck your dick with the same velocity when you're a fat as when you're in shape. She's just not. People don't understand that women are aroused by one thing and they're attracted by another thing. Women are attracted to, a guy that's confident, ambitious, makes money, etc. Of course, right? But they're aroused by guys that have asshole tendencies, dark triad traits, etc. and guys that are physically in shape. So if you want to get the best of your woman, where she respects and admires you, while simultaneously being aroused by you so she doesn't cheat on you, you need to have it all.
You're saying that's true for all women?
A staggering majority of women.
There might be 1% of the world that there's something wrong with them that might think that, yeah, you're 600 pounds, it's so hot, I love that, but...
The hot girls that you actually want, they exercise their hypergamy to the highest degree, and they want guys that are fit and have their money together, have their life together.
You're looking at me like you want to say something.
Yeah, because the question was, are Jack men more attractive? We all walked over. Are we more attracted to Jack men?
Well, I'm assuming they frame that because we're all guys here they mean women.
Well, men could be attracted to
If
men.
I had to switch teams, I'm going with the Jack guy.
Obviously, this is going to be like personal biases, but I think attraction is very fluid in the sense that I can 100% admit, like, there was probably 40 pounds of muscle ago is when most women would be like attracted to me. Of course, like fitness girls, they're totally okay with the size I am, but like probably most girls, I'm like too much for. So I guess like where do we draw that line of like
Pretty self-actualized.
I think, for example, like you would be much more attractive to most women than me. Would you agree with that?
I mean, that doesn't mean that like if you walked up to a girl and let's say you're not her, like you're a little bit more muscular than she would, like if you have the charm and charisma, she gonna still go with you, man. It don't matter. Like,
I have an interesting point, and no shade on you, but I think if you had Zach right on the end, if you put Zach and Greg and you put them next to each other and you did a poll, I think that most women would probably pick him if you had to, like, because he's got the height and all that. What would you guys say to that?
No. No.
Well, put it to the
But
test.
that's
I just
not really fair. I'm 48 years old. He's a lot younger than me. He's about a foot taller than me. But you can't compare. I'm an old man. I'm 48 years old.
Obviously, height is a big component. So that so it's not you're comparing apples to oranges. But if you take the same guy, same height, etc., but one guy is fat, one guy's in good shape.
Blanket statement because attraction is so subjective. I am a big and tall model by trade. That's what I do. I model clothing brands. I've modeled.
So you are not a model. You are the fat dude that's presentable enough to wear the clothing so they think that it looks okay. You can call that being a model all you want, but I love how he tossed it out there like, well, I am a model. Yes. Not with your shirt off, you're not.
With major fashion houses. I've been on the covers of magazines. You mentioned before dad bod comments and whatnot on social media. I was flabbergasted when I started how many people were commenting and DMing me and talking about how attractive I was. That just kind of, I don't know, showed me that attraction is a lot more subjective than I thought, and people have a much wider range of what they find attractive than specifically a body type.
Is being jacked the most important trait for being attractive? I'd argue for guys, it'd probably be otherwise, right? I think height for a man.
Okay, I'm speaking from like what women find attractive. So when I speak, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I'm sexually fluid, so my law of attraction does not adhere to.
Well, people with very few options tend to fucking take whatever option they can get.
Anyone's standards, pretty much. I'm attracted to people in general, so you could be jacked, you could be.
This dude is so unhealthy. Listen to him speak. Listen to him speak.
More plus size, you could be skinny, you could be whatever it is that you are. If I'm attracted to you, I'm attracted to you.
What are the traits you find most attractive?
I think the way that you carry yourself is a really big thing for me. I can't
You carry yourself like a forklift would need to carry you. That's not attractive.
date someone who lacks confidence because I feel like that seeps into other aspects of your life.
Do you mind if I jump?
Dude, you don't have, you're not confident. Like, you're sitting there bitching that people fucking are talking about fat people being unattractive. If you were confident, you know what that would do to you? Nothing. It's like when people are like, your tattoos are ugly. Okay, well, thank you. My wife loves them. That's all I give a fuck about. I like them. That's all I give a fuck about. Right? Like, if you were truly confident how you carry yourself and my personality and this and that, dude, you're a fucking fucked up dumpster fire of a human being if you think that you're confident. Because you are not. You're shattered by somebody calling you what you are. Fat as fuck.
Jumping on the confidence thing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So growing up, wasn't confident in myself, and I gained that confidence when I started losing weight. And I noticed
This dude's not confident either. I mean, like, you know how I know he's not confident? Because I look at his facial expressions as they're saying shit, and he feels that shit deep.
it was me putting myself in positions to get more opportunities with women. Right now, I'm single right now, but I'm doing okay. But the confidence came
How are you single right now and doing okay? I'm single right now, but I'm doing okay. What the fuck does that even mean?
from me losing weight. So I do agree that it's
Ryan, I heard they will, but I'm also making sure that I sped it up. 1 and 2, we're not going to play the whole video. And 3, I'm cutting it out every single fucking time. This is fair use, Jubilee. I'll go to court for this. If you strike me, I will. If you strike me, I will appeal it. You'll be given 10 days after the appeal to start a court case to take me to court about it. You will not do that because you know you would lose in court because this is fair use.
a subjective kind of standpoint, but socially, I understand that physically fit men, that's just like what everyone's like. It's like
I don't think it's as subjective as guys are trying to say. Attraction isn't a choice, and there are hardwired traits that women look for in men.
It's biologically hardwired. You're looking for somebody healthy to reproduce, you know?
What I've come to realize is that what women put out there is what they find attractive or politically correct things. Oh, he has a dad bod. He's nice. He's a good guy. The reality is that women don't respond well and favorably to these men. There's a reason why nice guys.
Exactly. All right, so let's see what they got next. I wish they fucking...
4 years, the Radical Empathy Podcast is now back.
There's a new episode out now.
Who cares?
So the body positivity.
After 4 years, the Radical Empathy Podcast is now back.
There's a new episode out now.
Go give it a listen. The body positivity movement is problematic. Will you agree or step forward?
I hate the fucking word problematic. God, it just sounds like your fucking vagina's leaking. It's just... fuck, stop it.
Well, I think where it becomes a problem is obviously you should be comfortable in your body, and if you genuinely love how you look, great, but you can't ignore your health. Being someone who's overweight, I've been fortunate enough not to have any extreme complications other than like, knee pain and stuff like that. But I know people that, that are my size here and they have cholesterol problems, heart problems.
You are unhealthy as fuck right now because gravity exists.
Diabetes, I have none of that. So the body positivity movement becomes
Yeah, okay. I don't even believe you.
a problem when you hide behind the shield of, oh, I should love my body, Great, but you have to be healthy too. You can't ignore your vitals. You got to check yourself on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you love your body, you wouldn't be a fat fuck. You can't. That dude does not love his body, how he treats it. It's very fucked up. It's very weak.
I think the big thing is you have to separate the health implication with you just being confident, right? Like I'm all for people to feel confident in their own skin. I think body positivity movement has been beneficial for plus size people in that regard, right? Because let's say
The body positivity movement has been a dumpster fire for plus size people. Anything that gets a fat person thinking that it's okay for them to be fat and it's more acceptable to be fat, anytime you actually fucking, when it's what we associate with, it's what we deem as acceptable in society, that's what we're going to get. And very frankly, stating that, oh, body positivity is great and love yourself for who you are. If you do the love yourself for who you are, that tells a 400-pound food addict that they're good. It's a horrible, horrible, evil fucking thing. An evil fucking thing that was born out of the insecurities of a bunch of fucking people who just wanted to be seen as pretty when you're not, because you're fat as fuck and you hurt yourself every day with food. The reality is that when we say, oh, you're just fine, it's the same thing as like normalizing crazy shit such as, fucking children being put on fucking hormone blockers and shit like that. That shit should not be normalized. That's unhealthy for the fucking person. Period. And we know it. We absolutely know it. It's the same shit as this. Stating that like, oh, the body, you don't know anything about their health. Bitch, I have eyes. I can see. I don't know why I just sounded like a Southern Belle right there. I have eyes. I can see you be fat as fuck.
there's a plus size person who's too embarrassed to go to the gym because they feel like they're gonna be judged, whatever it is. But it's because of body positivity. They're like, oh, hey, like, I see other plus size people in the gym. Maybe I'm gonna give it a try. And all of a sudden they start going. They're, oh man, I like this, right? And they keep it going.
That never happens. I don't know who the fuck that dude is, but that never happens.
You can argue that without body positivity, maybe that day would have never happened for that person, right? But I think the problematic part really comes down to people extrapolating body positivity, shaming a celebrity like, let's say, Adele for losing weight, right? That's where I would kind of draw the line there.
Well, promoting Lizzo. Making fun of Adele for losing weight, but promoting Lizzo for being a fat is unacceptable.
Are a lot of people doing that?
I think the thing around Lizzo is
Yes, a lot of people are doing that.
it's not just the weight, it's the lifestyle. You like see her drinking all the time and partying and not sleeping. There's like so little to do with health. It's not just she's promoting like loving herself, which I think is great. She's promoting a lifestyle that is unhealthy, like being very overweight, drinking, not sleeping. All of these things are not conducive to your health. So I think you conflate that, and sure, being body positive is important, like loving yourself, loving the way you look. But if that's gonna influence other people to make bad decisions about their body and their health, that's problematic.
Body positivity is disempowering people. It's making them think that they're healthy at any size, which they're not. And so as soon as you start telling people, hey, just love your body, like Lizzo will literally rub her belly and said, you're giving me all this power as she's eating a burger and she's promoting being obese. By doing this, you're just ruining it for people who actually should think, wait a minute, I can lose weight, I can go to the gym, I can eat less, I can do this.
Personally, my problem
Greg, great fucking job.
with body positivity isn't necessarily what it stands for.
What I like to say is body positivity did a lot for me.
And I feel like there's a misconception because there are those people that they use it to justify fatness and just, I don't even want to say fatness. I want to make it very clear, unhealthiness, because there's someone
Same thing.
like me who I wouldn't say I'm necessarily part of the body positive community anymore. Personally, I would say I champion body diversity because it's all encompassing. It's inclusive of what everybody, is doing within their journey. When I express the
You're not on a journey except to McDonald's. That's the only journey you're on.
desire to lose weight, another plus size individual that I used to be friends with was just like, well, I don't feel like I can share your content because I'm not sure how my followers are going to perceive this. I think it might be triggering for them and stuff like that. And my response to it was, well, if you're championing body positivity, then what I'm doing should not be.
Hang on one second, and this actually gives me a good leeway to make sure that they can't copyright strike me. But Alan, you have mentioned how pharma and food industries have a vested interest in keeping us fat. Do you think entertainment entities do as well? Keep us fat and sedentary? Well, absolutely, of course they do. 75 to 80% of their ad revenue comes from pharma and food. Like, it's an enormous majority of the money that is made by entertainment industry. It's an enormous portion of it that comes from the pharmaceutical / healthcare industry and the big food industry, like soda, fast food, stuff like that. So absolutely they do. It's consumerism. Great question.
A problem, because the entire time that I've been advocating for people that look like me or people who have been othered in any capacity in general is that all bodies are good bodies. What we do with our body is
No, they're not. Your body is not a good body.
what matters. And so
Your body is not a good body because you fucked it up. Your body's not a good body because you, over a long period of time, have treated yourself as if you don't give a fuck about yourself, society, the planet, anything like that. Your body is fucking horrible because you fucking did it. You made your body horrible. You are a fucking fat, can't see your own fucking penis, barely goddamn breathe, person in denial about what you've done. Reality exists.
diversity is important to me because for a guy like you or a guy like the two of you might suffer from body dysmorphia. And that's a very real thing. You might not see yourself for what you really are. And so you're seeking unhealthy habits to achieve a goal. To get where you want to go, like you just got to give it time.
Yes. Point them at, like, they're the ones with the real problem, not you, fat ass. This fucking, it's so ridiculous.
Be healthy in it, in all aspects, like mentally, physically. You've got to find the right avenue to do what it is that you need to do for yourself.
The body positivity.
There's no way in fuck this guy can possibly think he's on the right avenue when his stomach is literally touching the seat, as somebody pointed out in the chat. I mean, this dude, like, I'm sorry, but I can see the diabetes ring around his neck from fucking here.
Movement is a huge psyop to keep us fatter and stupider. It's all a scam. The reality is that Big Pharma wants money, and they understand that when you're fat, you have more health problems. They understand that you're going to need insulin, you're going to need medication, etc. And they make a bunch of money on us being sick. There is no incentive to actually be healthy. So let's go ahead and make our people fat as hell, get them in the hospitals, get them medication, continue to make money, etc.
Exactly.
So you believe it's all intentional?
Yes. We
absolutely.
I feel like it's a subset.
Absolutely.
I'm sitting here because I do think that there is a part of it that is problematic. But I think that the problematic part of it is a subset of people that use it as a tool to weaponize whatever it is that they're doing.
I think the whole movement is a problem. The body positivity movement in general is a problem. All of it.
So you shouldn't feel positive.
I agree.
Like for you, it's, for instance,
Well,
like,
I think if you haven't earned, here's the thing, being happy and content with yourself, it's not given, it's earned. You have to go out there, work, and then you're going to feel satisfaction like, I earned that. That's
At what point do you earn it, though?
When you can look back in the mirror and actually, genuinely, not coping, respect the man that you see before you. And the reality is people are going to realize that you're going to need to achieve a certain physique because you have all these people, I love my body. No, you don't. It's a lie, dude. You're just coping, you're lying to yourself. And now all these people on Instagram and TikTok with the body positivity movement are lying to themselves. They're not happy where they want to be. They just accept that because they're too lazy to make a change.
No, but I genuinely do love my body.
Right now as you are?
Yeah.
Then why are you going to
And
the
I'll
gym?
explain.
That is fucking insane. You love your body the way you are now. Bro.
Then why are you going to the
I
gym?
will explain it to you. I love everything.
So this dude says he loves his body the way it is right now. He's mentally ill. You got to be mentally ill to love yourself like that. Like, you love your body right now, you're mentally ill. You really are. We should see it as that. We should see it as that. That's so off the fucking page to hear some fucking 400 fucking pound fat ass motherfucker talking about how he loves his body. Fuck no. You guys did this bullshit body positivity bullshit with fucking with women, and it has fucked up the lives of countless fucking women. Countless women have been destroyed by the body positivity movement. Countless. I cannot even understand the number of people that it has affected. But young women who see Lizzo and be like, oh, she's doing great, and don't think that they should try to stay in shape for their own fucking health because of her, Tess Holiday, all these fucking horrible, lying, deceitful women have convinced a bunch of other women that it is okay to be fat as fuck. And the death toll that is going to be on all of them in the next 10 to 20 years is going to be amazing, because there's not a chance in fucking hell we're not going to look back at the body positivity, fat acceptance community as anything but a fucking death cult when we look back 10, 20 years from now, because they're going to all die. You know why? because they fat as fuck. So fuck that. If you guys think you're gonna do this with men, no fucking way. We already have enough problem with men being fat as fuck, weak as fuck, scared as fuck, pussy as fuck. We already have a huge problem with that. So fuck no. I know people think I'm not nice to women in the body positivity movement. If you're a fat dude and you say you are good with how you are, I am going to ridicule you. I am going to point out how you sound like you're breathing fucking soup. I'm going to point out that you waddle when you walk. I'm going to point out that you have to lift your stomach in order to take a fucking piss. I am going to point out that you are a fucking pathetic excuse for a fucking man, and that's on you because you did that shit to yourself. Grow the fuck up. Reality exists.
Thing that my body is capable of doing. I love the fact that at my size, I can...
You love what your body is capable of doing? Like, is this like an eating contest type thing? What the fuck?
Do a lot of things that other people smaller than me still cannot do.
But you want to lose weight, though.
And yeah, right.
I can do a lot of things that other people smaller than me can't do. Unless that's eating, I don't know what the fuck you think you're talking about, dude. Unless that is eating like a whole fucking, a whole side of beef, and who are we kidding? He's not eating beef. Unless that was eating 4 extra large pizzas. Come on now.
Right. Which is good. I want to lose weight because I love my body, but I have one body. Why would I not love it? Yeah. And because
You don't. You do not love it. If you said you love it the way it is now, you don't. If it's in any way causing you to stay the fat, pathetic piece of shit you are, you don't love it. Oops, you guys can't hear me.
I'm looking to make changes, right? But to say that loving your body is BS, no, you make changes, you make healthy changes to yourself because you love yourself.
When are you going to start doing these healthy changes? When do the healthy changes start? Because you're clearly not fucking doing them.
All of that time that I'm putting in, the work, the money that I'm spending, that's a labor of love. Because
what time and work? What the fuck? You're out of breath sitting down, bitch.
I love myself enough to know that I want to make some changes to live a better lifestyle in the sense of I can just do a little bit more.
All right, let's bring in our disagreeers.
So it's not a single problem.
Oh no, I'm not saying there's not a single problem. To me, body positivity is more about bodily autonomy. Like you were mentioning wanting to lose weight. My whole thing is like, yeah, it's your body, do whatever you want with it. I don't think I as a human.
So if you want body autonomy, pay for your own medical. 100% out of your own fucking pocket. If you want true body autonomy, where we shouldn't say, hey, fat fuck, lose weight because you're a disproportionate burden upon society, pay for all your own shit. Don't pretend like you should have body autonomy so then you can eat yourself in a disproportionate burden that then everybody's going to have to fucking help support. You want autonomy, but want everybody to take care of your unfucking healthy actions. Fuck off, bitch. For real. Fuck off.
Being have a right to tell any of you what to do with your bodies. Body positivity kind of comes in.
No. If it causes our public health officials to think we are literally too sickly to stay open for a new cold, lose weight, bitches. If it is going to cause insurance rates to go up, which it has for many decades now, because you fat as fuck and can't say no to cake, lose weight, bitch. If it causes our taxes to go up, because the number one payee of healthcare in America is the federal government via our tax dollars, lose weight, bitch. If it's that you put more waste into the environment with the extra packaging, fuel, and production of the food you glutton yourself on in a selfish fucking way every single day because you prefer food than life, fuck off, lose weight, bitch.
And go, okay, you as a human being have inherent value. Just in the fact that you are a conscious soul on this planet, you have an inherent value. You are within a vessel of your body that you do have control over, but at the same time,
you are your body, you stupid fuck. So, I hate hearing this, like, I'm in a larger body. No, you are the body. Unless your hormones do not actually fucking affect your mental health, your mood, and stuff like that, you are the body. Because how you treat it, like your fucking bitch tit, fucking man booby having ass has way too much estrogen. That's why you acting like a fucking woman right now. So you are that person. Because you're producing too much estrogen and you're sounding like a fucking girl. Stop it.
You're not less valuable to society or from the standpoint of the soul for what your body looks like.
Yeah, you are. You are less valuable to society if you're a fat fuck, because you already consume. You're less of a net positive value because you are going to consume and burden the system more than what you possibly fucking put into it. Logic, critical thinking, and reality, they all exist, bitch.
I'm speaking about body positivity. I'm talking about the over acceptance and encouragement of being obese.
So I personally, again, I'm not super online, have not seen anybody pro-obesity ever.
Oh, there's a bunch, dude.
You have not seen anybody pro-obesity ever? What the fuck are you doing sitting there defending body positivity then? Are you kidding me?
She loves herself.
Avocado.
No. There's a big
You're
difference.
actively promoting obesity.
She's not telling anyone to get fat.
She's showing you exactly how to do it and saying, look at my body as I love and rub it. It's giving me life. And she's like joking around.
And also, I want to clarify. See, here's the thing. There's a bunch of fat influencers that push this body positivity situation, and a bunch of them are dead now. No one talks about that. That didn't hit mainstream news.
So I'm in that space. Yeah. Which influencers are you talking about? Because
I don't recall their names, but there's a
Cat Paws, a bunch of them. What the fuck?
There's a couple of them that passed away.
I'm in that space and I don't know it. Then you're not in that space, you hoe. They all died within like the last year and a half.
They're YouTubers. They used to do these mukbangs where they eat a bunch of food on camera.
That's totally different. They're not a part of our community. That's a completely different thing. We're not saying we're gonna go to a restaurant.
But now they're just lying.
Because it's entertaining.
Good looking, you're modeling.
But watching that, they're going to attribute it to that. They're not in the niche. They're not a creator. So they're not looking at like, no, this person's just a gluttonous person. No, they look at everyone who's obese that's making content about being obese and continuing that lifestyle as a part of the body
But they're
positivity
not
movement.
making content about being obese. They're making content about overeating.
Yeah.
No, but a bunch of fucking people make content about being obese. What I eat in a day as a fat person. What I did today as a fat person. What rides I went on at Disney as a fat person. What I did here as a fat person. Why I wore a bikini to the beach as a fat woman. Like all that bullshit. Stop this is not even a genuine line of conversation right here. This is not even genuine because they're not even accepting the fact that shit is fucking true. That's bullshit.
Yes, and they
because it would destroy their fucking points.
So an eating disorder.
Yeah, and they also encourage being fat as well.
Do you think just being in a fat body and being in the public space encourages obesity, just flat out?
Yeah.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Because the more, as I went over earlier, the more shit we accept, the more we accept being morbidly obese, the more people are going to find it acceptable. It's total fucking logic. And you are an influencer. He's like, I'm a model and I'm on TikTok in his fucking feminine ass fucking voice. If you call yourself a motherfucking influencer or are called an influencer and then try to say that you are not influencing people's behaviors, you are not having a genuine conversation. You are not actually being genuine about anything.
Yes.
So just us existing, we're saying, yay, everyone go gain weight?
It absolutely impacts other people to think, well, think of it. You're 6'6", good looking, you're modeling. But I've got to encourage other people to, well, hey, look at him. He's got
So then what about when I go to the gym? When I step into the gym or when Zach steps into the gym or when any of us step into the gym, are we promoting being bigger like that?
Why is it in the gym? No, you walking around saying, I love my body, that's promoting obesity. You going to the gym? You should spend a lot of time in there.
Are we going there and is our presence there?
Notice how he changed the direction of the conversation by adding the gym to it. Because they were getting their asses fucking handed to them in the debate, so they changed the fucking direction.
Unwanted?
By being famous, rich, popular, and being obese, you're indirectly promoting it in the same way that people who take steroids and are 350 pounds of muscle winning Mr. Olympia are indirectly promoting it even if they don't start taking it.
But I'm speaking more specifically in the gym, in that space where people should become...
I'm speaking specifically in a place I never actually fucking go to. Because this way I can make it so you can't actually have points. Because when you state a point to me, I'll add something to it that I wasn't talking about, that very true thing that's scientifically proven, that obesity is a societal contagion. I wasn't talking about that's been proven over and over and over and over and over again for decades, that if your friend circle is fat, you're more than likely going to end up fat. Then if your friend circle was fit, then you'd likely end up fit. That if your family is fat, you end up fat, not because it's in your genes, but because they fucking eat like shit. That's reality. So what's happening is all this is true, and bitch boy over here, who can't accept the fact that he's a fucking glutton and should hate his body for what he fucking did to it, and he should hate himself a little bit for what he fucking did to it, so he can then feel the shame he should fucking rightly feel for being fat as fuck. To change yourself. Instead, he's going, but what I'm saying is this. I'm not talking about that. What I'm saying is this. Why the fuck is the narrator allowing this to continue? Because it's not even the same fucking question anymore.
coming together to work on their bodies and stuff like that. If you saw us in the gym,
I would be happy and proud and excited, and my whole channel is about helping people who are overweight to lose weight and have realistic expectations. I would never say you have to look like this, you need abs. It's just, let's go halfway there. That's my entire channel, of which I have over 2 million followers. It's all about realistic goals of helping people overweight to lose weight. That is what my channel is all about.
but we're in public, and you made the statement that if we step out in public, that it would encourage people to live an unhealthy lifestyle.
The more friends
and
you
be
have who are
obese.
overweight, the more likely you're going to be overweight. It just happens to happen. I'm just telling you the truth. I'm not going to pretend it doesn't. If 90% of the world were overweight, more people would be encouraged to be overweight.
As just on this side, I don't think any of us have ever looked at a person heavier than ourselves and gone, I want to be that. That's a great thing to be. No, we have the same.
No, but you saw somebody heavier than you and said, I'm not that bad, so now you're still fat as fuck, ain't you? And if that's the case, if you realize that fatter than you is not good, why is being fat good at all then? Huh?
Internalized biases as everybody else does. He was bringing up the gym before, and you said by existing just in a fat body, we are promoting it. Yes. I model, and when I do model fitness wear, which I do often.
Just because somebody hired you, you model because America is fat as fuck. Not because, like, it's actually a self-proving thing that we have so many fat fucking people that we need a sloppy ass fat ass dude with really nice hair and fucking string bean arms to then look acceptable. You don't look intimidating. We know that society is full of weak, fat, sloppy fuck men who then don't want to view themselves in comparison to people like myself or Greg or, you know, anything like that. So then they hire you because you are the low expectation of life that society's looking for. High expectation, low expectation. That's why they hired you, because they realized that we have so many weak, sad, pathetic fucking people that the expectation to be fit and healthy and fucking look good hanging a suit, that is not a realistic thing for them to make money right now, because most men are fat as fuck right now. The average male is over 200 pounds right now and should likely weigh about 165 fucking pounds. These motherfuckers are fatter than fucker. And again, so they show you on a magazine, and somebody that's not as fucking sloppy fat as you are, bitch, they will then be like, well, at least I'm not as fat as that dude, and he looks okay in those clothes. That's how that shit works.
I get so many comments about like, oh, you are promoting obesity. I'm wearing fitness wear. I'm in the gym. I'm doing the thing you want me to do. And I'm still promoting obesity?
If you're exercising and you're trying to lose weight, then you're promoting people who are overweight to try to lose weight. That's great. But if you're Lizzo and rubbing your back.
I love how he tries to hold them accountable to comments he's got. Again. They keep trying to change. It's all whataboutism.
Promoting, I mean, I don't know shit about Lizzo.
Specifically about influencers that promote gluttonous, lethargic lifestyles, which a bunch of them do. That's what we're talking about. If you're in the gym and you're fat and you're getting after and you're documenting that, that's fantastic.
The chart was body positivity, and you're talking about influencers who promote gluttonous lifestyles, and that again is not body positivity.
So that's why generally.
So this guy just said that Tess Holliday, Lizzo, a bunch of other people are not body positive, because he needs to change the grouping so he can feel better about his fat ass, fucking ridiculous, fucking gluttonous self, and not seem like he's just getting lambasted in this talk.
Masses don't have that distinction, though.
I do think we have a good read, though, on how each individual sees the body positivity movement. All right, the next prompt is, I am satisfied with my sex life. Agree or step forward?
No.
Shortage of generalizations on women.
Something from it.
I did a lot of stupid things. Like I broke the world record in the bench press, and now I can't bench press anymore. And it was with my
I
think it's important to distinguish when something is feminine to say, well, we don't adhere to that.
Yeah, but there's been no shortage of generalizations on women in this episode so far. And I'm really, really curious about your answer to this prompt regarding like self-abuse, like bodily abuse.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden the moderator is no longer moderating. The moderator is now questioning somebody that he disagrees with. Jubilee, you're a fucking dumpster fire. For real.
I mean, I'm a lifetime natural. I've never taken a drug before in my life. However, I was an athlete in college, and obviously when you're a Division I athlete, you're training 2 to 3 times a day. It was very, very intensive.
But the difference is that like had someone
In that large guy.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do.
It's like it's very funny how much on both.
I
sides.
encourage all of you to go finish watching Jubilee. I did want to cut it off about halfway through so I don't get fucking deleted. But I just want to everybody understand, right? I want everybody to be fit, healthy, live a long time, not be a burden to society. That's it. If you don't like the fact that I called being fat a burden on society, you don't like reality then. Because it's not even a fucking debate. Obesity is disproportionately burdensome upon society in a multifaceted way. I could sit and talk about it for hours and hours, which Jubilee probably knows, and that's why they don't want me on here. But this is fucking insane. I just wanted to point out, I thought everybody did a really, really good job. The fit guys did a really good job. The fat guys, you guys did a really good job of looking like the fucking losers you are, because those dudes were losers. I know. Well, one of them is a model. No, he's not. He's a statement. He's not a model. Oh, apparently they fucking went after it. I fucking can't wait, bitches.